Hello and welcome back to another video with Mualani. This is episode 18 of my Dwarf Fortress Let's Play Season 2 series. Okay. Now I think it's finally time before we hit play here to actually go through and finish assigning our dwarves. We do have... Oh, that's right, Aneth. Let's see, where are we adding Aneth to here? To farming. Once the kitchens are set up. Okay. Which kind of do need to do. There's also quite a lot of stuff here in the kitchen that I do kind of want to get set up. So let's definitely go through and finish assigning our dwarves here. Okay, let's take a look at Cog. Now, a lot of these dwarves have been here for a few months. I'm still going to check their items to kind of check things out. Look at that color. Wow. Looks like the items still all have the bracket. Nothing's worn. Spouse, 2 kids. Looks like one spouse and 1 kid is here. Cousins, aunts, cousins. So lots of family. Okay, they are humorless, value romance, low willpower, frail, austere, and high stamina. They're an adequate caretaker. Or animal caretaker. Definitely adding them to animal care. And I'm curious. The engineering, I don't think we have anyone assigned to. Oh, we do have someone assigned. Aban. Okay. Now, I do want Cog to stay. You know, I'm gonna, honestly, I can go in once we have the. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once we have the animal care guild established, I can go in and a couple of these guys. They're not going to have a lot to do in the animal guild right now. Later on, yes, absolutely, but right now they don't. Okay. Let's go look at Doran. Items. Looks like the clothing all has the brackets. None of it has an X. I don't know how good it is to look at it after they've been here for a few months, but I'm still curious. It does look like they've picked up a ring since they've been here. And a masterwork ring at that. Alright. Spouse and 2 kids. Looks like the spouse came, the kids did not. Sister, uncle, niece, cousin. So lots of family here still. Adequate animal trainer, yes. Dabbling at Mason. I think that's probably because they were building workshops. Thoughtless, not ambitious, impatient, poor analytical ability, disdains hard work, disdains fairness. Okay. Still just going to add them to animal care. Okay. That was all of those guys. Now these guys, we did get some legendary weaponsmiths. Items, looks like the clothing all has the brackets, none of it has an X. They did pick up a exceptional ring since they were here. The goblin is not theirs. They're currently drinking, and they're drinking rice beer. 14 kids, wow. Any of them? Yes, looks like 2 of the kids are here. Oh, no, a lot of the kids are here. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids that are still kids. Okay. They disdain power. They are musical. Disdains cooperation, weak, frail, gracious. They have an unmet need to craft. For right now, metalsmithing, I want them to stay. They're a legendary weaponsmith. I think they will stay as a weaponsmith. We could potentially add them to other things, but I do want a metal industry here. So for right now, yes, the weaponsmiths don't have a whole lot to do, unfortunately. This one we can actually assign elsewhere. Spouse. So, items, everything has a bracket, nothing is worn. They have picked up a bracelet since they've been here. Spouse and 4 kids. We just looked at Moses and it didn't say spouse, did it? You know, I'm curious. Oh, there's 2 Mosuses that came in. Okay. Okay. So this Moses is 2 of the kids came with them. Not inclined to create art. Good with language, high willpower, good analytical ability, high kinesthetic sense, and ungrateful. This person's getting added to our military. They are good with language, good analytical ability, so probably will eventually be military captain. You know what? I'm just going to go in and do it right now. No, I'm not. Okay, I'm going to... But the next military captain that I want is going to be for... You know what? I'm going to add a moosh here. A moosh... we are going to add them to the metalsmithing and the jewelry. Okay, so the other Moses is also a legendary weaponsmith. Items, looks like everything has a bracket, nothing is worn. Spouse and 4 kids. Spouse is, this is Amush's spouse. 1 kid is here. Older brother. Niece. So, still lots of family here. But legendary weaponsmith and adequate animal dissector. They are unassertive, poor analytical ability, agile, low willpower, swayed by emotions, and cheerless. So I will add them to metalsmithing and animal care, not adding them to the military. But because Amush got added to the military, this is the pink squad here. They're getting a bedroom right here. So this is for Amush. Okay, so this is bedroom Allanite squad. Furniture. All the slate cabinets are low quality. Let's do microline. See if we have any microline doors. We do. Nice. Aerith. I do want a fish guild here. They are novice wound dresser, novice surgeon, novice bone doctor. Ooh, 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 ooh. Getting ahead of myself here. They are hauling a black bronze goblet, guessing they were drinking, or they're on their way to drink. It says drink, so I'm guessing on their way to drink. Pigtail, or all of the clothing has brackets on it. You know, I'm kind of curious. Is that we were? Yeah, that's who we were looking at. Okay, cool. So yeah, they're on their way to get a drink. My guess is they were going to get the goblet to come up. Now they've been slow to haul this stuff up here. So they're hauling it as they're getting it. Okay, but let's see here. That was Aerith. Okay. So they do have a spouse. The wife is not here, really. I wonder if the wife will come in a later group. They do have family here. They disdain romance, disdains stoicism, agile, sloppy, rude. So definitely not adding them to the military. Honestly, they're getting added to fishery work, healthcare, and we're going to add a second fisher. They already have a little bit of skill in it. I'm going to make a note for myself here. I'm going to add Aerith to the hospital once the fishery guild is actually established. We're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we're not terribly close. Maybe I should. I'm not sure. I'll have to think on that one. But I've still made the note. Okay. Adequate fish cleaner. Let's see here. The clothing all has the brackets on it. They've picked up a ring since they've been here. Wonder communing with Vesh, that's why the tears. Okay, let's look at the spouse. Looks like the spouse is here. Older half-brother, uncle, niece, so they do have some family here. They seek harmony, avoid excitement, overconfident, not dutiful, recover slowly, impatient. So we can just add them to the fishery work, that's fine. Missed them. The clothing all has the brackets on it, none of it's worn. Spouse is here. Aunt, uncle, cousin. So some family. They value peace, high social awareness, good spatial sense, recovers quickly, disdains tranquility, and gracious. I am adding them to the fishery work. And adding them to the military. Missed them. Just making sure I got the right one. Yes, okay, so missed him is getting a bedroom, if that's the case. Lots of gems in that one. This is for Mistum. Bedroom. Selenite squad. Furniture. Oops. Cancel. I do want to pick the bed. Okay. Let's go andesite. All right. Now we have Aesop. They are drinking, so they're hauling the goblet. The clothing all has brackets on it. None of it's worn. The spouse is here, and the spouse is a thresher. I am going to add them to farming. I'm debating whether to make them a thresher, which we are going to need a couple of threshers, or whether to make them another planter. Potentially, they're also a novice brewer. Honestly, I think I'm going to make them a brewer and thresher. Okay. For the underground stills, I'm going to make it novice. And this still will make it novice. And honestly, work order, brew drink from plant. We'll do 1. Restarts if completed, check daily. Let's do amount of drink, unrotten fermentable plants, and food storage. Okay, amount of drink, let's go less than 500. Is greater than 10. Okay. Cave wheat, it's going to be the same thing. Brew drink from plant. We are just going to do 1. Drink. You know what? I'm going to take the plant part of it off. Because we do have it linked to a specific stockpile. Greater than 10, greater than 500. Okay, the sweet pod. That one, because the sweet pods can be used for other things, you know what? We will do a work order. Just 1, same thing, the drink and the empty storage item. 500. Okay. Work order, process plant. I'll do 1. This is going to be a restart if completed. Check daily. Which we are actually going to do on ASOB. Get him started on that. Okay. We have an adequate cook, an adequate lye maker. All right. They have the clothing all has the brackets on it, none of it's worn. They do have a masterwork bracelet that they picked up here. Spouse is here. 1 kid. The mom is here. Oh, the mom's a cook, and so is Stintad. Okay. They disdain self-control, high kinesthetic sense, musical, values power, high stamina, distrustful. I will add them to the military, just not the pink squad. I'm going to add them to farming and assign them to one of our kitchens. Okay, so Stinthad. Which means they get a bedroom here. Stinthad. Bedroom and site squad. They get a cabinet. Let's go the andesite and door. Andesite. Let's see if we have any Gabbro door. No. Does it? Nope. Okay, they're getting a different color door here. Orthoclase. Which maybe we can do an orthoclase cabinet if that's the case. And we can. Okay. Irvad is a cook and beekeeper. The Dabbling Mason, probably because they were building a workshop. Items. Looks like they have the clothing all has brackets on it, none of it's worn. They have picked up a crown since they've been here. Spouse is here. Oh, spouse is the mayor. Okay. And they do have other family here as well. So they're getting a separate bedroom. Let's see here. They disdain competition, disdain truth. They are strong, proud, high stamina, frail, adequate cook, adequate beekeeper. I think they're going to be busy, so let's add them to farming and beekeeping. Do I want to add them to farming or just do... I want a beekeeping industry. I think we do have a couple of other cooks. I'm okay. And we can start getting that set up once it's dug out. I need to go look at that. Okay. So they'll be getting a bedroom with the mayor. Rakust is a butcher. Nice. Looks like the items are all have brackets, none of it's worn. Spouse and 2 kids. Looks like the spouse is here, the kids are not. Older brother. Okay, so they value perseverance, musical, austere, poor empathy. They have high stamina and value independence. Okay, so add them to farming. I'm gonna make a note for myself. Because they have high stamina, I am going to add them to the cairn / mill. Turn them into a miller. But for right now, did I add them to farming? I did. Okay. For right now, they are a butcher and they're an adequate butcher, so that they will have something to do. All right. A tier is a cheesemaker. Items, they have the clothing all has brackets on it. None of it's worn. They have a Gabbro ring that they acquired here. Spouse is here. They have 1 kid here. And they do have some family here. They value harmony, not lustful, merciful, fact-oriented, or intuition extravagant. So definitely adding them to farming. Kind of curious. I am going to go click on and see cheesemaker, who all we have for cheesemaking. So we have Doran, who's an adequate cheesemaker. I do want them to be a planter. I think a tier is getting added as a cheesemaker, and that will be their main skill. And honestly, I might take Doran. I need to go look at Doran. Doran, they're an adequate cheesemaker, which is Rusty. They're a dabbling butcher. I'm going to actually remove Doran from the farming and just leave them as planting. I want someone to get some skill in planting. Okay. We have an adequate milker, dabbling mason. We are getting an awful lot of milkers. They do have all the clothing has the brackets, none of it's worn. Parents are here. Younger brother is here. The parents are the Baron and Baroness. Okay, cool. Poor memory, not musical, quick to love, gregarious, polite, and values peace. So, honestly, I'm gonna make them a planter. I do want a planter's guild. Okay. Oh, somebody else was elected mayor. Interesting. Go to, So I had this was the expedition leader, and they're just a miner now. That was Ilral. They are also a talented stonecutter. Well, okay, so interesting. Um, so let's go look at the mayor. So the mayor has none of the clothing is. It all has the brackets. None of it's worn. Spouse, 4 kids. 2 kids are here. Okay, the spouse is here, and several passing acquaintances. They value independence. They are creative, high willpower, good or values competition, good focus, impatient. And I'm kind of curious. They're legendary soper. Oh wow. Dabbling planter. So definitely adding them to farming. They're getting our soap making shop. Actually, I'll probably do 2 since this is the mayor. Dabbling planter, social. So I'm kind of curious. They're an accomplished pacified. Wow. Yeah, they're definitely skilled. That's why they got elected. Okay. Okay. I'm just looking to see. So legendary soper. We're also gonna kind of need a thresher. But I might just leave them as a soper. I'm not going to have a lot of need to make the soap, I don't think. But the mayor's going to have plenty to do. Okay. So a tour, as we have a couple of soap makers, and I think we have another legendary soap maker. Okay, let's see here. They came in, the clothing they came in with is it all has the brackets, none of it's worn, and they've picked up a cloak since they've been here. Looks like 3 kids, 2 of which are here. Older sister, younger half brother, niece, nephew, cousin. Okay, so they are strong. They value competition. They are sickly, high stamina, good analytical ability, disdains advice, inadequate soper. I'm gonna need some millers, so I'm gonna add them to farming. I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna add them as a miller once I have the mills up and made. I'm also going to add them here. So a tour, oath ducanal. Which means they are getting a bedroom. There we go. Bedroom and a site spawn. Microline. Okay. Looks like we've got one more to assign. Oh no, we've got some more down here. Okay, so item-wise, everything has a bracket. Nothing's worn. The mother is here. Oh, Olan is the mother. Okay, they have aunt, uncle, cousins. Okay. They disdain commerce, good focus, high willpower, slow to hate, impatient, developed empathy. Honestly, I think I'm going to add... I could add them to the military. They wouldn't be bad there, but honestly, I kind of want another dedicated woodcutter, which is what's happening. And I will add them to woodworking as well. So Locum is getting a bedroom here then. Locum. Okay. Bedroom. Wood. Cutter. Furniture. Let's give them a bed. A door. Let's give them the chromatite door. And cabinets. Let's go with an andesite cabinet. I'm gonna go ahead and assign who's the soap maker, Locum. Let's just make 10 bins and 10 barrels. Make charcoal times 10. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of charcoal. They also just may not have moved it, but I don't think we have a whole lot of charcoal. Okay. Closing in, closing in. Now it looks like just 2 more. Okay, so Nish is a trader. They are skilled appraiser, adequate organizer, adequate record keeper. They are novice in the fish cleaning. Okay. So they, the items all came in with a bracket. None of it is worn. Spouse and 2 kids. Looks like the spouse and 1 kid came. They do have an aunt and uncle. Some cousins. Now the skilled appraiser, I'm actually kind of curious. I'm going to go in and look at our current broker. They are an adept appraiser, which I don't know which one. Skilled and adept, I think, are both kind of up there. I'm okay with my broker staying as my broker. I'm curious. Brewer, yeah, they do have a bedroom. Okay. So they do recover quickly. They have good intuition, loner, zany, fearful, and seeks harmony. They are dabbling in the military, but honestly, I think I'm going to add them to the fishery work. And they are a novice fisher dwarf, so let's... We have 2 folks in the fisher dwarf area. I think that's enough for now. Okay. And we have Zas, who is also a skilled appraiser. Okay. They also have some stuff going on in the adequate presser. We have, or in the farming is what I was thinking. We do have the items all have brackets, none of it's worn. They have picked up earrings since they've been here. Exceptional. They have a spouse and 2 kids. Let's see. So the spouse came. Aunt came. They do have some family here. They are slow to hate. They have good focus, high willpower, resist sickness, high kinesthetic sense, high social awareness. Wow. I am making a note for myself real quick. Okay. I am adding them to the military. They are getting added. This is such a fantastic. You know what? I was going to add them to the marksman. I am going to need another militia captain for Mark. You know what? That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave that position 6 for open. I'm going to add them as a planter, not to the farming. Zas. Zas is going to become one of our militia captains. But I want them to get some training first, so we're going to add them to the military. This is... And for right now, they can get a bedroom here. This is for Zas. Bedroom, Kimber, Squad. I think we're going to go... We don't have a whole lot of microline up here, so we're going to do microline. We are adding Olan back to the military. I do need to try to help Olan. Olan is still kind of stuck in that loop. I think that is everybody. Okay. It's time to add some kitchens. Going to do chromite, chromite, railcar, chromite. All right. Then down on the left here, we are going to do some Fisher. Chromite. And I'm going to go up with this. Chromite. I will grab a railcar. Chromite. Chromite. And then farmer. We are going to get some cheese shops going here. Which I will do out of rutile if I need to, but I kind of want to do it out of mica. You know what? the rutile. That's fine. Where was the rutile? I'll do 3. I want to save 1 rutile block. And then I will do a rail car. Okay. I am going to come back through and I am going to look at our mayor. Actually doesn't have a whole lot to do. They are... Let's look at a tour. What did we... Adequate sober. I did add them to a squad. I'm also going to add this person. You know what? They are strong, high stamina. Oh, we wanted to add them as a miller. That's right. Okay. And the thresher we want to keep. Stinthead is a cook and a lime maker. I'm looking to add someone to... Let's go come up and look at some of our miners. Adequate wood burner. They're an adequate cook, that's right. Okay, so I'm gonna get them added back to farming. Okay. You know? Mozuth is not going to have a whole lot to do. Let's add Mozuth to the engineering. That's good. Okay. That being said, so okay, so I am looking at making a couple of screw presses for the kitchen, and they do take, looks like 2 2 mechanisms each. Okay, so one is for paper. So I'm just double checking here. Yeah, paper press. So this is going to be green. This needs to be serpentine? Yes, we can do serpentine. Okay. Let's do serpentine. Okay. There is an oil press. Which that I am going to make out of mica if I can. Which it does not look like I can. Okay. There is going to be... I will do to ornament. There is going to be a honey press. Okay. So that being said, let me do rock mechanism, and I will do allanite instead for the oil. And then I need a glass furnace and a craft shop. Workshop, furnace, glass. This I will do out of the Cobaltite. And then workshop crafts. I'm going to go chromite here. The other thing that I am going to do is all three of these. I am going to schedule, and we are going to get them back on a training schedule. And then come in, and one of our weaponsmiths probably a legendary one. I'm going to start making some weapons. Go mace, short sword, spear, warhammer, and do some copper bolts. I am going to come check on... They're still making beds. They still need to make some barrels. They are... Okay. I am going to have them mine out one more bedroom here. Since our original expedition leader got moved and is no longer the mayor, I do still want to give them a fancy bedroom here. I do like to kind of keep track of who the original expedition leader was. So they're getting a fancy bedroom as well. Okay. And then I am just kind of looking. Green zircon, that might be the most valuable thing there. Let's look. Pyrite. So I think this down here will be for the Baron's bedroom. Get that smoothed. So, bedroom, Baroness. I'm not going to remove them from their other bedroom just yet, because they don't have any furniture in this one yet. Dining hall. For the Baroness. Dining hall. Baroness. And office. Office. Baroness. And I will get all the other bedrooms smoothed here on a 1 priority. The rest of it can be on a 3 priority. And I'm going to hit play. Actually, sorry, let's look at all of our stuff here on the left. We have a stray yak cow, so I do kind of need to go look at the animals. Metalcrafter farmer. We do have a human maceman visiting. I can change this in standing orders petitions. Okay, I'm going to deny for eradicating monsters. The weather has cleared. You have struck olivine. You have struck native platinum. Dwarves were unable to complete the jeweler's workshop. Yeah, that was one of our dwarves while they were building it got taken by strange mood, and so I had to remove and just have them redo that. Okay. We do have several masterwork items, and several work orders have been completed. That being said, I think I am going to come up here. Okay, we do have... So this was the brokers. I am going to come up and look at the animals really quickly. So we do have... There's a baby yak. We're going to geld that yak. I mean, we could get a yak industry going. So the water buffalo. You know, honestly, I just don't want the cow industry. But, that being said, I will geld the male cow and let someone adopt it as a pet. Kind of need to make the decision somewhat quickly about the yaks. But for right now, I'll hit play. And let's go check out the schedule. So we are currently in limestone. Okay, so the absolute whips are training now. Let's go look at the blanketed dies, view monthly schedule. So the two melee squads are not training during the same time. And then... But okay, the majority of our military is training at the same time, but that's okay. Let's come down and watch. Okay. Going to finish watching a lot of this get built here before we... Okay, top priority. And we'll get some stuff assigned here. And something I do kind of want to look at, I do want to come look at machines and fluids. What does it take for... Takes logs. Okay. What I am wanting to look at with that, I will look at in a minute. Okay, so the glass furnace. Who did we have attached to the other glass furnace? We do have, so that's Ilral. It's collecting sand. So we'll do this, make this Ilral as well. We're going to have it spit out into that. This we have shut off. Let me come down and look. We do have sand. So I'm going to do a work order. Vial. And we're going to do 3. You know, we'll do 5. Make green glass vials. Okay. This is going to be... We don't need to assign anyone specific, but I am going to do... Let's do skill up a little bit. Let's do jug. Make rock jug. Let's do... We have so much gabbro. Let's do gabbro. Done. Okay. This gives us some empty jugs for the kitchen. Now, this is still for Gnome Blight. Still. Which, yeah, that's the extract from plants. Okay, so this, and then this has to be an herbalist. So we'll add Bemble here. Okay. Alright, and then this one is for the golden salve. This is vial shop. And this is by a thresher. So I will do novice, so it's not dabbling. You know, it will do competent, because by the time we have any of this, we will have some competent threshers. Okay. And the reason why I put vial in the name is it's the process plant to vial option. Okay, so then... to look at... This is a thresher skill. Olin, you know, I'm gonna add Olin here. This is going to be the process plants. Checked daily. We'll just do one. It restarts. You know what? We'll assign all into the fancy one. Process plant. Checked monthly. Make sure that that's happening. Let's go check. I think there was someone else in here that we were making a thresher. Yes, okay. I want Mang for the beekeeping. Rakust is currently a butcher. Shorist, we don't need to keep them only as a wood burner. And same with the tanner. What all do we have? Let's go look at Mepsuth. They are a skilled spinner. Ah. Labor workshops. So legendary spinner, legendary tanner, and a shearing workshop. Okay, so they are already busy. But let's go take a look at our legendary woodburner. We also have them assigned to the fishing. Okay. That's who we're adding right here. Our woodburner is getting added here. Work order. We are going to process plant. This is going to be checked daily. We don't need it to be that high. We can do 2 maybe. Process plants, check daily. Okay. Hello, kitty. I do have a kitty here. Okay, so kitchen. Let's come down and see skilled cook, expert cook. So Kivish, legendary kitchen. Work order. Prepare lavish meals. Unrotten prepped meals. Solid. So when the amount of unrotten prepared meals drops below, I think 100. And 10 and 10 is good for the rest of it. So we have other plants, we have lots of fruit. Okay. We need the barrels is what we're waiting on. which he's making. We're making some bins and barrels. We're making barrels. I am going to encrust furniture with cut gem. Alright, so those are the two for our current guild halls, those display cases. Green glass, let's make another window. Our drink is going to start dropping, so I do need to pay attention to it. Hi, buddy. Okay, so then we did have another kitchen. So this was, let's add Eneth. And let's just do some 10 fine meals. And I do need to go add Eneth to... Oh, we did add up to farming already. Okay, so nice. Okay. Let's look at... I think there's someone else that we can add here. So Irvad, I've got them only... Okay, so those two are going to be a beekeeper and planter. Got expert cook. It's a spinner. Now let's add the chief MD. And have them prepare some lavish meals. Okay. So big thing here is I do need to set up the fishing here. Okay, so definitely somebody Meng is getting the legendary fishery shop. Okay, that being said, flat out, we don't want folks with dabbling skill. And I'm pretty sure that one of them that we added. So let's see here. The number here is 6. One of the traders, I'm pretty sure that we added as... Yes, so I want to make sure that Nish gets in on the fish cleaning. Okay, so that was Nish. And honestly, the rest of it, I'm kind of okay leaving. Am I? Let's go in and look. Because we do have... Lugar is set up. You know, I'm going to add Dodok. And I'm going to go in and add Dodok as a fishery cleaner. He's an adept fisher dwarf. You know what? No, I'm really not. I'm okay with him just being a fisher dwarf. No, I'm gonna add Mistum to 1. I'm gonna add Lore to 1. And who is this here? This is Mang. Okay. And I'm gonna leave it at novice for right now. We're gonna leave. We can always change that out if we need to try to make somebody, make their name turn blue. All right, cheesemaker. So we have a. Did we have a legendary cheesemaker, or was it a soaper? We have an adequate cheesemaker. I think it must have been soap. Yeah, it's a soaper, which I think is our mayor. So cheesemaker, legendary cheese shop. Work order. We're gonna do make cheese. It'll be 1. Restarts if completed. Checked daily. Okay. I'm gonna scroll through slowly and see if we have any other cheesemakers. We do in Doran. Which right now I'm okay with Doran just getting skill as a planter. You know, we do have several milkers. Let me go look at Rigoth. Yeah, the dabbling. So they are getting skill. Okay, very nice. They are a milker. Farming. Okay. Let me come up and look because we have Edom is assigned to 2 of these, I think. He is. Let's add Rigoth as a milker. Erdem is also a milker, but I want them, again, planting. So I'm okay with Rigoth having something to do. Milk animal. Just 1. Restarts if completed. Check daily. The stray cow has been slaughtered. The bull is fighting. That's the gelding happening. You have struck pyrite. Etur is a recruit. Logum has created a masterwork bed. Completed. Okay, so what I do need to come down and do is on the cheese making. I need to up the skill so that the Gelders don't come use this until we get the Gelders actually assigned to a shop. Which, let me come up and look and see. They are starting to dig it out now. Okay. And they're digging that out now. Perfect. I can go ahead and I'm going to remove the stoneworker shop. I have a kitty who wants attention. Honestly, I can move the glass furnace. Hi, buddy. I know. I can remove Um, I'll remove the Gabbro toy from that. Or the, I'll let them finish the toys before removing that. My buddy. I know. That being said, let's come look at rock crafts. Let's go Gabbro that we have. I wonder. Ah, that's why. Okay. There's still quite a bit of andesite there. I will add another craft shop here out of chromite. I'll hit play. Okay, yep, we've got the caravan. And honestly, I think I will do the trade and then... Sorry about that, I really do have a kitty wanting attention. He's wanting treats, and that's what that noise was. Okay. So I'm going to do the caravan and then end the episode here. They canceled. The rock blocks. Cut gems has been completed. Dacite slab. Process plants has been completed. Okay. Outpost liaison has arrived. You have struck lapis lazuli. Several masterpiece items. Okay. So, honestly, yes, I could send this bin up, but I don't really want to because this actually has a lot of our new trousers. But here is all of the a lot of the worn clothing. But let's come up. I'm going to do broker requested, move goods to and from depot. There are a couple of barrels that I want to look at. Scrolling down very slowly. I think it'll be called a seed barrel. We have rendered fat, spice, prickleberry. Yeah, seed barrel. I'm just going to send both of those. I think that's a lot of what we're getting in the canceled. And once they get up here, I'll look at what's in them. And then bins. Honestly, I might be looking at... Okay, so scepters. Because we have so many of these type of trade goods, that's mostly what I'm going to be sending. But I am going to be looking at... I want to find out if I can send the toy bins and sell certain toys. Okay, so... finished goods, yep, okay. But we have so many of these finished good bins. Oh, look at that, 125 items. Yeah, 3,000, yep. So finished goods, so this is... It does not have the band mark next to it, so I think... You know what? I will send that. for the worn clothing if we need extra value. Okay, so 100 and 90. Yep. Okay, so the toy bins must have a different symbol. Finished goods. Finished goods. Oh, let's send that. That's a gem bin. I'm not sending this, I just want to see sort of what we have. We do have a lot of wool still, so I can make more wool. Okay. Finished goods. This is mugs. Gems. Finished goods. Don't want to send that. Yes, these are low quality bolts. I don't really want to send the bolts though. We do have several hunters. Gem bin, gem bin. I wonder if it's not even showing up here. It may not be showing up here. Oh, no, finished goods. Okay, so yeah, this is... So the hammer specifically, you know, I'm going to send the bin, and I'm going to find out if I can sell the rest of those low quality toys. And honestly, I'm just going to look for that symbol on the right. And yeah, here's the other bins. I think I'll keep the Masterwork toys, but this is... yeah. We are getting so many toys. Okay, I'm going to keep the Masterwork toys for now. We do have a ton of kits, and we do need to make toys. But if we keep getting the mandates to make the toys, I want to be able to sell some of it. Yeah, okay. And then honestly, I'm gonna send some of our low quality, or like no quality doors here. Dacite. Dacite. Allanite. You know what? I'm gonna take advantage here, and I'm gonna send... I'll keep the plus doors, but the ones that just have the dashes... Oh, wow, Gabro doors. Because I'm going to use doors to sort of level up the skills of those furniture makers. Okay. Hit play, and we are going to watch what happens here. They brought a wagon. Now, we may wind up needing to send more value, and if we need to, we can, but the fact that I had so many trade goods, I think we're going to have a lot of value. And a lot of what we asked, well, you know, we asked for anvils, that's actually going to be expensive. We're just waiting for 3 more items here. Okay, and I'm going to pause and trade. Okay. Nice, they brought a lot of the steel bars. Okay, flat out. I'm going to take advantage here and just do some little trades. I do 2, that's in the yellow, so let's just trade. Yes. Door for boulder. Trade. Yes. Door for boulder. Trade. Yes. Door for boulder. Trade. Yes. This is nice. This is a lot of individual trades for the cheap stuff. Trade. Yes. Trade. Yes. And again, the reason why I'm doing this is trade. Yes. And then looks like we can do it for, oh, look at all that. Yes. Trade. I had read that this was an easy way to level up the skills of your trader. And doing it on something little like this that you know, that the value to me doesn't matter. It's perfect. And it's showing, so I can't trade the whole bin, and there's the hammer. It's showing what I'm not supposed to trade. That's perfect. Trade. Yes. Trade. Yes. Trade. Yes. Trade. Yes. Trade. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to see. Oh, these are black cap barrels. Aw. Don't really want to trade those barrels. Um, 291. So let's see. No, not on the 238. Okay. What about 116? Yeah, let's do the rest of that. Okay, trade. Yes. And then 303 on, let's try the 238 and see if they'll trade. What? Nope. Ah. Okay, fine. Accept counter offer. Okay. Okay, so the bin for 3,000. Let's see what all how many bars here we can get. Oh, they want like all of our good clothing. Okay. Let's go in and yes. Okay. Unmark all. Yes. Okay, so we're going to do that. They're in the yellow. Let's go. Instead of them ripping us completely off, scroll down here and take advantage of selling some of these items with the X. There we go. Trade. Yes, okay. So now we have another bin. I am going to grab... I do want the cage. Ooh. I'm going to scroll down and see what else they have that's not clothing. Okay. So seeds. Because they were wanting all of our good clothing, and I don't want to send all of our good clothing. So trade. Okay. Come down to the seeds. I definitely want to grab some leather. Yes, on the leather. You know what? I will grab the cloth. Going to grab the cloth. The leather. Okay. Oof. The steel anvils, they did say they were going to charge double. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. So, trade, yes. You know what, let me scroll down and see if we toss in second barrel here. And I'm gonna grab that iron anvil as well. Okay. Honestly, I do kind of want to grab the fish or the meat. Let's grab the fish. Okay, so the fish we can't take like all of. Let's take enough of the plump helmets. No, they're just going to counter offer. Trade, yes. Okay, so we do have another bin, couple bins here. Okay, so let's do leaves and fruit. Let's finish off the food and the fish. Okay, we do still have some value, potentially. Leaves and fruit, leaves and fruit, leaves and fruit. Okay, so come down. The horse cheese we're not going to get. Dwarven cheese I'm going to grab. Don't need to grab a ton of the cheese, since we can make our own cheese. But this does give us a bit of, they have some other cheeses here. Mountain Hall's understood, I'm going to grab. And then I do want all of those sheets as well. I'm going to see how much of this gets us up into the green. Okay. Okay, trade. Yes. Okay. Ooh, 3302. Let's find out what value we have left. Which may not be a ton. So for whatever reason, our shoes are kind of low quality here. So I will just actually make some more shoes. Oh, but the leather shoe, the leather shoes I'm not gonna. Okay, we do still have. We can send this whole thing. Okay, so let's find out what value we can do. Okay. They do still have... The parchment is kind of expensive. Oh, man. Would be 2283, plus if we wanted any more cheese and stuff. Yes, I want to leave that screen. Let's come down. Oh, cages. I do need to send some cages here. Let's go look at... So cut gems. So that's going to be in the bins. So there is actually a ton of value right there. Okay, I'm going to send that in. And honestly, I'm going to hit play. And we're going to wait. Because I do actually kind of want to grab the rest of that parchment. And a flurry of folks coming up to grab what we've done for the trading. Okay, so trade. Okay, so I do want to do that. Okay, I'm going to come all the way down. I am going to select. We'll do cow cheese, yak cheese, donkey cheese, pack cheese, cow cheese. Grab a little bit more of the cheese. The dwarven cheese. Okay. Llama cheese, sure. The steel mail shirt I'm going to grab. So, you know what? I am going to just start kind of grabbing some of this. Then we're going to come down. The greaves, I'm not going to buy, and the leggings I'm not going to buy because I won't be able to sell them again. That we keep getting a ban on those, and I'd like to be able to increase the value. Okay, so time to start on our value here. Get us. Okay, so now we're in the yellow. See how many of these it'll take to get us into the green. There we go. Trade. Perfect. No trader needed at depot. Okay, and then diplomacy. I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. You continue to impress. I have empowered to elevate this land in the eyes of our realm. There's much to share. Info has been added to the civilizations on World Info. Okay, so metal bars. Again, we're going to go steel, rose, gold, and black bronze. It's expensive, but I gotta keep going for the steel anvils. And then, honestly, wood and stone. So spore tree and tunnel tube we'll ask for. Black cap is very cool. The tower cap I think we have here. And the bloodthorn I will ask for. I'm good with that. You know what? Let's ask for nether cap. And then stone. I will continue to ask for anhydrate and periclase. Okay, and done. And done. A need for tools is expected if we're able to provide some. Okay. Honestly, that might be really easy. I think things like book bindings and scroll rollers are things we can make out of rock, and those classify as tools. Okay. We are starting to get... Okay, so there is for... We do have for the screw press. I'm going to do right there. That is for the paper. Okay, so merchants have arrived. Brew drink. Lots of stuff has been completed. Caravan has arrived. Has created Master Road High Ban. One of the pets grew up to become a drake. Tosid has become a stonecutter. A lot of the canceling stuff is because, yeah, we're starting to set up a lot of the work orders now for daily checking. Okay. The surrounding lands have been made a county, so we went from Baroness up to Countess? Let's go check. I think Olin... Yeah, Countess. Very nice. There's still quite a lot of... There's a lot of stuff for them to grab, so that's what they're doing. And honestly, one final thing and we'll wrap up the episode. You know what? I'm looking at the length of the episode. I'm going to wrap it up now. If you enjoyed the episode, please thumbs up it. If you enjoy what I'm producing, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next episode.